There was something different in the air long before the first whistle sliced through the morning quiet at Brown's practice. It wasn't loud or obvious, but everyone could feel it pressing against their shoulders like an unspoken warning. Assistants moved with a strange stiffness, exchanging glances that lasted a beat too long. Equipment staff paused in their routines as if waiting for something they couldn't name. Even the veterans stepped onto the field with a seriousness that didn't belong to a routine practice. It felt as if the entire facility sensed that something was about to shift, something that could echo far beyond a single afternoon. Nobody said it out loud, but that tension hung heavy over the grass, making every footstep sound sharper and every breath feel heavier. As warm-ups turned into position drills, the uneasy calm grew stronger. The breaks between snaps felt longer, the silence carried weight, and players seemed more focused than usual, as if they were waiting for a moment that hadn't yet announced itself. It wasn't the usual grinding pace of a regular installation day. It was controlled, almost cautious, like everyone instinctively understood that eyes needed to stay open. Coaches watched more intently, scanning every rep and every reaction. Even the younger players, normally joking around or trying to impress, moved with a quiet purpose. This wasn't just about running plays or perfecting footwork. Something deeper was about to unfold. Then the moment arrived. It didn't come with noise or theatrics. It arrived with precision, with poise, with a quarterback who stepped into his throws like a man finally tired of being overlooked. Shedeur Sanders didn't just participate in practice that day. He took control of it. Every rep grew sharper, each drop back smoother, and the confidence that radiated from him became impossible to ignore. He moved like someone who had waited too long for his moment and had finally decided he wasn't letting it slip away. His passes cut through the air cleanly, hitting receivers like he had known their routes since childhood. Veterans found themselves raising eyebrows. Coaches leaned forward. You could almost hear the shift in the air as the truth began to reveal itself. While Shedeur ascended effortlessly, the contrast with Dillon Gabriel became painfully obvious. Gabriel, who was supposed to be leading this team, moved like he was stuck in mud. His reads came late, his decisions looked uncertain, and the offense under his command carried the same lifeless rhythm that had frustrated fans all season. Every misstep only made Shedeur's brilliance stand out more sharply. It wasn't just arm strength or mechanics. It was presence, control. A quiet command that players naturally responded to. And with every throw Shedeur delivered, the balance in the quarterback room tilted further. Still, despite everything the entire team witnessed with their own eyes, one person stood stubbornly against reality: Coach Stefanski. While fans, players, and even the staff began to realize the tide had shifted, he clung desperately to Gabriel, holding onto a plan that clearly wasn't working. Week after week, the Browns stumbled through games they should have won. The offense dragged. The spark faded. The stadium energy dimmed. Yet Stefanski continued to insist that nothing needed to change. He kept sending Gabriel onto the field even as the frustration grew louder across the city. Every misfire, every wasted drive, every flat performance, Stefanski treated it like a minor detail instead of the glaring flaw it had become. But in practice, the truth couldn't hide any longer. Shedeur wasn't just having a good day. He was showcasing exactly why fans had begged for him to get a real shot. His arm strength wasn't just impressive for his age. It was elite. His decision-making wasn't just quick, it was instinctual. Every rep was another reminder that he wasn't the future. He was the answer right now. Meanwhile, Gabriel's hesitation, his inconsistency, his lack of fire all created a picture the entire team could see clearly. The contrast was too powerful to ignore. The tension on the field wasn't just about performance. It was about the realization that the wrong quarterback had been leading the team all along. And then practice ended. But the silence from the coaching staff spoke louder than any post-game press conference ever could. Usually Stefanski and his assistants walked off the field talking through plays, analyzing mistakes, preparing adjustments. That day they walked off quietly, their faces tight, their eyes elsewhere. That heavy quiet wasn't random. It was resignation. It was recognition. It was the moment they understood the quarterback battle was no longer a debate. It was decided. And the only person pretending not to see it was Stefanski himself. Players felt it. Fans could sense it. The staff knew it. Shedeur had outgrown the sidelines, outgrown the role of backup, outgrown the waiting game that Stefanski kept forcing him into. The spark he brought wasn't potential anymore. It was proof. But every day Stefanski refused to acknowledge the shift. He risked not just losing games but losing the locker room. Loyalty to a failing plan is not leadership. Fear of change is not strategy. The longer he held on to Gabriel, the more his credibility slipped through his fingers. What happened at practice wasn't just a dramatic moment. It was a warning shot to the front office. A clear sign that the franchise was heading toward disaster if bold decisions weren't made. Coaching stubbornness had already drained the offense, frustrated fans, and created doubt among players. Continuing down the same path would only make the collapse worse. Shedeur deserved more than a sideline role. He deserved his shot to save the season. And Stefanski's refusal to act was costing the franchise precious time. The Browns don't just need a spark. They need a leader. They need someone who can take command, someone who can energize the team, someone who can give fans hope again. Shedeur showed every reason he could be that leader. But until the front office steps in, the franchise remains stuck in a holding pattern driven by fear instead of ambition. That quiet tension at practice didn't happen by accident. It was the moment everyone finally realized what needed to be done. A change must be made, and the clock is ticking louder every day. If you're locked into the Browns quarterback battle and want the latest updates, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Who do you think should start? Is it finally time for Shedeur to take over, or will Stefanski continue to hold the team back? Let me know in the comments below.